What's going on?
Let me catch you up real quick. He says he knows that so-called Caucasians are not like the original people. He said that he knows the Israelites were black. They're the chosen. He said he wants to know the origins of the so-called white man. He wants to know the origin of the so-called white man.
Okay, let me get Genesis 10.
Brother, you're gonna get you right around
Get Genesis 10. Okay, that's a very intellectual question. What's the origin of the so-called white man, right? 10 and yeah, Genesis 25.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 25.
Con,
And the first came out red,
right?
all over like in hairy garment.
So right now, this is describing the birth of Esau and Jacob, right? So Jacob, Esau is being described right now, right? Read that from the top.
Verse 25.
Right.
And the first came out red,
First came out red, right? Read.
all over
Right.
like in hairy garment.
Now I'm not even gonna lie. When I look at you, right, I see a bit of red and I see a lot of hair, right? So this is describing who you are, who your descendant, who your progenitor is, right? Esau, right? Read.
And they called his name Esau.
He calls his name what?
Esau.
Right? So white people, their name biblically goes back to the man Esau. That's where the so-called Caucasian races descend from. Just like the Israelites, they descend from Jacob, who had 12 sons, and those became the progenitors of the 12 tribes of Israel, right? So we talking about your progenitor, right? Read.
And after that came his brother out,
Right?
and his hand took hold on Esau's heel,
Right.
and his name was called Jacob.
And that's who our progenitor is, right? Jacob, right? We didn't come out red and hairy, right? We came out, they don't even describe how Jacob came out because he looked like everybody else in the book. And everybody else in the book looked like us, right? So that's how we know that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites, right? So where were you about to get? Con, so let me ask you something. Do you feel bad about what's been happening, what's happened, the atrocities that's happened to us as so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Do you truly feel sorry about that?
And I feel it's sad that white people get represented. We're not all the same. I feel like I've been a good soul that other white people have made me look bad.
Right. So you feel like, you actually feel bad. You don't just say it. You actually, by your actions, you can show that you actually feel bad, right? Now there's a prophecy in the Bible that shows what your people is going to be doing to our people once we become in rulership. But the scriptures say to rehearse the righteous acts. So let me see if you're truly sorry, right? Go ahead, read that.
The book of Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 23.
Right?
And kings shall be thy nursing fathers.
Right? So kings shall be our nursing fathers, right? Read.
And their queens thy nursing mothers.
So your queens shall be our nursing mothers, right? Read.
They shall bow down.
They shall do what?
They shall bow down.
They shall do what?
They shall bow down.
So if you truly feel sorry, go ahead, bow down. Yes, to us.
Read it again.
Read it from the top. Read it from the top.
And kings shall be thy nursing fathers.
So kings shall be our nurses. So right now in this society right now, you guys are the kings, right? You guys rule this society, right? What this scripture is saying, you don't believe that. Who is in the White House?
No, I understand that.
Who literally runs the earth?
I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. The kings, right? This is future prophecy. Read that from the top.
And kings shall be thy nursing fathers.
Right? Kings shall be our nursing fathers, right? Go ahead, read.
And their queens thy nursing mothers.
And their queens shall be our nursing mothers, right? Read.
They shall.
Not saying you're the queen, right? We're saying kings and queens is a collection of people. We're talking about the collective of your people, right? The kings of this earth, the queens of this earth is collectively from your seed of people, from Esau, right? So what it's saying here, your people will be our nursing mothers, our nursing fathers, right? And your queens will be our nursing mothers,
Switching roles.
right? We'll be switching roles because right now we at the bottom, right? Your people is at the top, right? But this is future prophecy saying it's gonna switch roles. Right? So read that from the top one more time.
And kings shall be thy nursing fathers,
Right?
and their queens thy nursing mothers.
Right?
They shall bow down
They
to
shall
thee.
do what?
They shall bow down to thee.
The kings and the queens of this earth from your people shall do what?
Shall bow down to thee.
So if you're truly sorry, go ahead and bow down.
I haven't done anything that.
But your people did.
Yeah, and I don't represent. They don't represent me.
But you still have to receive the judgment of what your people did, though. That's according to the Most High. Let me get Jeremiah.
Isaiah 14.
We bear the iniquities
Lamentations
of
5 and 7.
Lamentations 5 and 7. Let me get that. Let me help you understand. Because I didn't do anything for my ancestors to go in slavery, right? But my people still went in slavery. And guess what? I'm still in this society, still suffering from the oppression of the so-called white man. I can't walk into a bank and get a $100,000 loan. Why? Because I'm a so-called black man, right? Now according to the Bible, go ahead and read that.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 7.
Right, read.
Our fathers
Right.
have sinned.
Our fathers have sinned, right? We got our fathers broke the Most High's commandments, right? Read.
And are not.
Right? And they're not here anymore. Your people put the so-called your ancestors put the so-called blacks, put my ancestors in slavery, right? But they're not here right now. You're here. You're standing right here, right? Read.
And we have borne their iniquities.
Right? We have borne their iniquities. So now I can't walk into a bank and get a $100,000 loan, right? Because this society was set up for the oppression of the so-called black man, right? This society was created for you to be on top, right? So you bore your ancestors' iniquities, right? Go back to Isaiah.
I'm on my break. I'm at work actually yelling and stuff, and I'm here so long.
Right?
I thought he was honest.
Yeah, I thought you was an honest man. I thought you was truly sorry, brother. I really thought you was truly sorry. But actually, yeah, you're not really my brother. Because you're not truly sorry. You all talk, man. I'm not, yeah, you all talk. Go ahead. Let me get, I'm actually going to chop it up.
Longer than a few minutes
Doing
later.
what I'm doing. Edifying your people. You know what I'm saying? We need people like you on our side. You know what I'm saying? That can relate to whatever experience that you went through. We can talk to the people. You know what I mean? Go,
Read the scripture one more time. You say you want to do it. Read the scripture. Read the scripture.
Go ahead, read the scripture.
The book of Isaiah.
Hold on.
I'm not praying for other men, bro.
You're doing an act that is glorious in the eyes of the Most High, right? You're not doing it for us. You're doing it for His people. Hold on, sister.
I haven't heard enough real knowledge from you to pray for another man. I know there's so much bullshit out here. But I understand that y'all come to God's chosen people. So I definitely thought about you.
All praises.
The
Go
book
ahead.
of
read that.
Isaiah chapter 49 verse 23.
Right, read.
And kings shall be thy nursing fathers.
Right.
And their queens thy nursing mothers.
Right.
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth.
Right.
And lick up the dust of thy feet.
And do what?
And lick up the dust of thy feet.
Go ahead, kiss the boot.
Lucas County, welcome.
All praises. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. The captain got to get his boot kiss. He's the one who brought us out here. So go ahead, read that from the top. Read that from the top.
And kings shall be thy nursing fathers,
Right.
and their queens thy nursing mothers.
Right.
They shall bow down to thee.
So go ahead, bow. Right. Read.
With their face toward the earth.
Right.
And lick up the dust of thy feet.
Go ahead, kiss my captain's boot. Kiss my other captain's boot right here too. Matter of
Forget
fact,
the officer.
kiss my officer's boot too.
Lucas
And you can kiss my trooper. You can kiss my trooper over here's boot too. Come on.
Don't forget my officer.
Come on. My officer over here too.
Don't forget my officer.
All praise to the Most High. Get Esau here.
Give him a hand. Hey, hold on. That'd be disrespectful. We forgot our brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
We forgot the
Go ahead.
prince.
Get a brother.
That's a prince in Israel.
Right.
That's right.
That's
That's
right. That's right. That's right.
That's right.
What's going on? What's the
Hallelujah.
question? So what you? So you want to know what you just did?
No. Can white people go to heaven?
Can white people go to heaven? Let's find out. Let's find out in the scriptures. You know what I want?
Book of Hebrews.
Don't get distracted.
Go ahead, read that.
The book of Revelations, chapter. Sorry.
Isaiah 14:1. That's heaven. That's the
I
project.
can't lose my dollar.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, and verse 1.
Right?
For the Most High will have mercy on Jacob. And
The Most High had mercy on who?
will have mercy on Jacob.
Right? So we found out who Jacob was, right? The brother of Esau, right? Go ahead.
And
read.
will yet choose Israel.
Yet choose who?
Israel.
Right?
And set them in their own land.
Right?
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Right?
And they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob.
So in the kingdom of heaven, right? You will be considered a stranger, right? The land of Israel is going to be given back to us, the Israelites, right? And the stranger will cleave unto us, right? We'll teach you how to keep the Most High's laws, right? Go ahead, read.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Right?
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Most High for servants and handmaids.
Wait, for what?
For servants and handmaids.
What that? Read that again?
For servants and
That
handmaids.
sounds familiar. That sounds like slavery. Read that again?
For servants and handmaids.
So in the kingdom of heaven, you will be my slave, right? Just like how the captain explained to you how the roles will change, that's the role that will be changed too. As we were slaves to your ancestors, you will be slaves to us, right? So that is your role in the kingdom of heaven.